The winds supposed to die down. We're hoping soon. Right, Dallas?
Well, Mark, we have another burst tonight, and that's why we have the red flag warning going through 6 o'clock tomorrow night for most of Southern California. This one is a little different than a few of the Santa Ana winds we have. It's going to have a little bit more of an easterly component, and therefore I think better conditions up there around Eaton Canyon. But out there in the Palisades, we're still going to see some strong winds overnight tonight. Not super strong, but in the 25, 35, 40 mile per hour wind gust area. Therefore, we have to keep that red flag going, but we'll try to drop it tomorrow night. Here's the wind profile looking at the Kenneth fire. Again, the wind velocities there have not been super strong. That's the good news, but we have to keep that red flag going. Humidities haven't bumped up very much today. We started at 8, 9, 10%, and right now it's only about 13% humidity. We do see that dropping off, though, tomorrow afternoon. That is really good news out there in that area. Now, this is the wind profile for the Palisades. Again tonight, it will bump up overnight through the early morning hours, and then we'll see that drop off also. Again, wind velocities, nothing more than 35 to a gust of 40. And then once we go to Eaton Canyon, this one is much better with the orientation of the winds from this Santa Ana wind event. That area does not receive a lot of heavy wind from this. So I'm going to keep that down, and the wind will back that off a little bit too. So some good news there. When we currently look at the winds, they are strongest through the canyon passes, of course. Fillmore did report 34 a few minutes ago. Pasadena, though, look at this, how good this looks in the Eaton Canyon area. There's some winds up in the mountain areas, but right now not surfacing down there. That is really good news tonight as we look at that. Anaheim still getting some gusty winds every once in a while. It's kind of a pulse. Santa Ana winds. That low pressure that generated that horrific event now has made its way eastbound, thank goodness. It's sitting over Santa Fe, New Mexico tonight, but this big high is still strong, so it builds in tonight and stays with us all through next week. Now, another area of low pressure will form around the Eureka area, and this will be next Monday. Now, the position of this low, if it tracks down on an inside slider, we could see another maybe not extreme event, but it could be very dangerous. But I think the low itself will develop maybe this time offshore. And if that happens, we will still get Santa Ana winds, but they will not be severe. We're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed and watch that as it develops. Looking at the winds then tonight, little bursts there. Then once we get past that 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. area, winds do seem to die off pretty good by Friday. That's 8:10, and that looks pretty good. All right, here's 7-day forecast in. Red flags again tomorrow. It's fairly warm out there, 70 degrees downtown. A little cooler on Saturday. Hopefully we'll be able to drop those red flags. I think we will, but it's looking pretty good there. Then on Monday, Tuesday's event, I'm going to keep that in the moderate range to maybe strong, but not super strong. And then if my forecast works out the way I hope it does, look at this. The low will eventually come on shore. And when it does, actually give us a slight chance of showers maybe Thursday into Friday, just beyond the 7-day forecast. But that would really feel good to get some moisture in SoCal. Even if it's just a little light rain shower, it'd be wonderful. Okay, Valley 70, 67. Look how cold it is out there at night in the valleys. Once the sky is clear and it kind of radiates that, it's called its radiational cooling, down in the mid to upper 30s. We keep that through the weekend. Still looking at a strong event coming in Monday and Tuesday, but hopefully it will not be excessive and super severe. At the beaches tomorrow, 65, 61. It's going to be kind of a cool weekend out at the beach, with Ventura looking at only about 60, 61 for a high, and even Laguna Beach at only 60. It's cold at night, too. Now to the mountain forecast. Windy up there in the mountain areas. Quite chilly, real cold at night as temperatures drop into the mid-teens by Monday and Tuesday, and that next push of Santa Ana winds will be fairly strong up there in the mountains, maybe 40, 45, 50 miles per hour. Okay, now to the desert areas. If you headed to Palm Springs this weekend, 74. Cooler on Sunday at 66. High desert 63 and 60. Mark, I'm hoping my forecast comes to fruition, because if it does, it would be so great to get some moisture coming off the ocean, maybe next Thursday or Friday. and get us all a big break.
Oh, we could sure use it, Dallas.
Really.
Thank you very much for that forecast.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.